All right. Hello, welcome to episode 5 of Demonplague. Last time on Dungeons and Dragons, I did this muted, and I am not this time. Uh, so the intrepid party continued forth into the labyrinth. They met a ghost. They killed some gooey plague zombies. They met a guy who was keeping records of food and supplies. They ran into a white who proceeded to try to wreck their shit.
He almost did.
He did. He almost did. He was the direct lieutenant of this necromancer who is studying the plague.
Really?
And then you met some ghosts who asked you to kill them, thus clearing out the bottom of Fort Frostfell. And then you took a nap in the library. You realized that the stone greatsword you found was magical and quite light. It has the properties of a +1 greatsword, but it happens to be made out of stone.
Because why? Nah. Cool
Because
shit.
dwarves. And that is where we pick up. Everyone is now level 3, and we are in the crypts of Fort Frostfell. So, what would you like to do?
Well, we've got a couple friends, and we've got the old guy and the other lady.
Captain.
Sure.
Yes.
This is Devin speaking, not Arden Lyra.
Clearly, yeah.
Right?
And I think we need to get them out, but there's also the blocked off rooms on the top or in the ground level that we need to clear out too.
What was...
Oh, the ones that were growling?
Yes, there was the growling thing.
Right, with the very coldness behind it, yes.
That would give me a chance to try out all the stuff that I found in these books. I'm now stuffing in my bag.
What did you find in books?
And well, it's a library and it's got stuff in it, and it's just some spells and stuff.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you found this. Very good.
Wait, you can do magic?
Well, you just read and you follow the rules.
Oh, is that how it works? Okay.
That's how almost everything works.
There is a science to it, Art and Lyra. There are things that you do.
Maybe to the way you do magic, not for me as such.
True.
Well, I think we should probably get going. Do we want to bring up the people before we take out those rooms, or do we want to leave them down here?
I guess it's a question of their safety, I think. One of them is a fighter, yes. The other one, not so much.
We could move them up into the watchtowers by the entrance gate.
Wherever is safest. I am far from a fighter, but it sounds like you ran into Captain Harliot, and she was a good worker. I tell you, she helped us move lots of prisoners from place to place. I'm good. I guess she's switched sides again and has joined you now. Good. She's a strong fighter.
I'm just gonna look, stare right at oh god, what's your name? What's your character? I'm so bad at names.
Arden Lyre's like, I don't even care, you're a child.
Yeah, I'm just staring right at you.
The names that are under the tokens.
I see no names other than Fog on Waters.
They should be visible. They are not. I don't know why they weren't.
Kaylin, I just stare right at Kaylin as the guy's saying that.
I am incredibly wounded. You can tell. She can't comprehend what this means.
Yeah. Well, we will move you and the captain up into the watchtowers before we clear out the rest of the building. I think it will be safest for you because then you'll be able to leave post haste if anything bad happens.
That would be preferable. Though I don't know how long we would survive out in the ice melt, but I would love to see the sun again. It's been so long, and he kind of looks at his pasty skin. I could really use some sun. It's been, you know how it gets when you have so much work to do and records to keep and all of that.
Yes, well, and I sort of like take his arm and I start leading him out of the room. We'll get you.
Oh, okay. And he kind of starts to hobble
Yeah, I walk very slowly.
forward. And this is where we turn. And we go then left, then right, and then we are in the cave part of the complex.
Yep, we've been through.
Oh
all of
no,
this.
it's the grandpa that won't stop talking. Like,
Yeah.
you guys are like walking with them. So good.
Just slowly plodding along.
I know people sometimes get lost in these places.
No, it's fine. We've got we've been through all of this before. We know where we're going.
Yes, all of this has happened before.
Yeah.
He kind of slowly keeps walking. Are you guys gonna do anything else while you're down here in the lower level?
I'm not gonna. Well, I assume Kaylin wants to get her captain.
Yes. So that she can explain that she's not a traitor or something.
Alright, when you walk into the captain's room, oh, excuse me, it is empty, and it looks like a knapsack has been hastily packed, and things are a bit ajar.
Oh. Interesting.
A jar is in like a tussle, or a
Yes.
jar is in like quick packing.
Like quick packing.
Um,
I'm here, but are your people like this?
No, especially not. No, just no. This doesn't make any sense.
I'm walking with the old
Alright.
man, so I don't hear any of this.
Back in the winter of 1588, we had snow up to my kneecaps.
Really? That's very high, yes.
And then, but you have to remember that I was much younger then.
Were you also much taller?
I mean, I stood up taller, yes, I'm hunched a bit now.
Okay, well then, yes, quite a bit of snow, yes.
Come.
I'm like looking, I keep glancing back at whoever's behind me like, oh my god.
And I'm just smiling as looking at you turn around, having to deal with him.
You're a very good large lady, Ardent Lyra.
Thank you. Yes.
Alright.
Well, get you out of here soon enough.
Good. I would like to see the sun once more before I die.
I'm sure you have at least a couple weeks on you.
Let's hope.
Like, I want to feel bad for him, but, like, I know those rambly types of old men, and I just can't handle it.
No, he's the turtle from Neverending Story.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my god, that's perfect.
I knew of a swamp once. I lost my horse there.
Oh, boo. Boo this.
But as you come
At the
out of
sake
the
At the sake of not having to listen to you ramble, I like have to improvise
There we
rambling
are.
for the next 20 minutes. Well, I think we'll get him to the tower as quickly as possible.
oh, okay.
Rambling montage.
All right. So we do a rambling montage. Right window. Yay.
Yeah, the most southern tower as well, not the close one.
Right. To the southern tower.
Mm-hmm.
He sits in the southern tower and he whistles Dixie. All right. So you now, as you stand here, as you kind of moved by this area right here, where you saw a lot of debris piled against the door, you kind of hear a banging and like growling, mad hissing, and it's just cold.
Do I recognize the sound?
Make me a nature check. Nature survival. You recognize that it is definitely some kind of nasty beast, and it's probably native, considering how much cold aura it's putting off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's from Shulk, so I don't think she would recognize anything like that. Alright.
It is.
Corman, do you have anything that could break through that barricade so we can stand back and prepare for what might come through?
Just gonna hold my great sword.
All right.
Well, I do have some spells. I don't know how many it will take to get the barricade down, but I can surely throw some firebolts at it.
Can I whack it with my great sword?
Just
while they're talking about it.
Whap!
You're gonna whack the.
I would like to try to chop it open with my new toy.
All right. So go ahead and everyone put yourselves where you would be on the grid here.
yeah, I think I'm right about there.
All right. So as you smash down this door after a couple of good, solid hits,
Oh no, what is that?
I don't like whatever.
waves of cold curl around your bodies. Your breath comes out in plumes in this oddly freezing room. The walls are rimmed with frost and arrow slits choked with thick ice. There's a heavy shuffling sound coming from around the corner as something approaches, and it's kind of on all fours, and it has a very basilisk-y look. Can everyone roll me initiative?
Yeah. Great. Good. Great. All of us rolled so well.
Oh no, what?
Shit.
That was horrible.
That's the worst initiative I've ever the 5 years I've been playing D&D. That's the worst initiative.
Oh no, why do we have so many initiatives?
I've ever seen.
Okay.
It's terrible.
Oh wow, it's a lot of fours. 4, 4, 6, 10. Okay.
Not great.
Somebody I know. Oh my god, the hell's going on with my mic? Somebody I know that's playing. Says the voices are really low. Who's watching? Sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? I think I know what it is.
He muted everyone else and kept him unmuted.
No, because I was going to stream Diablo, so I had turned down the desktop audio.
Ah, the good
alright.
old Diablo.
Yarp. Oh, yeah, there's 2 fogs on water. Got it. Alright. I left too many extra people
Oops, sorry
in
about that.
the tracker. Alrighty. So it is the Ice Basilisk's turn.
You can ignore that thing I accidentally threw into the chat. I apologize.
Alright. Alright, hopefully that's better for the audio now when everyone else talks.
Cool.
Yes, I can see the waveforms looks better. Alright, so the basilisk is going to charge towards Kalen.
Yay.
The creature starts its turn. Okay. And he's going to bite at her.
Oh,
Oh no.
yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, for 5 piercing and 3 poison.
Ow.
He just kind of tears at you, like gets a little chunk of arm. And you kind of feel this like oozing, like necrosis around the wound.
Yeah, I like to keep all my chunks in one part.
That's usually advisable. Alright, fog on water.
Alrighty, I am going to take aim, cast Hunter's Mark, and then shoot it.
Alrighty. Alright, you didn't start your turn in view.
So that's my longbow. Oh.
No, 11 will not hit. Alas. Your arrow kind of hits and just kind of shatters on his icy armor. Because you should have been packing obsidian. Kaylin, can
Okay.
you make me a constitution saving throw, please?
I can do.
As the basilisk glares at you, and you're able to kind of turn away and resist.
Well, then I would like to smash it in the face with my greatsword.
You may indeed smash.
14 hit,
A 14 hits.
Nice.
13 slashing.
Ouch.
Nice.
God
And then-
above a great sword.
Oh, and then that's it, because I should have done it last time. Never mind.
Excellent, excellent. Koraman.
Okay.
Oh, right. No, that's...
Okay, let's give this a try. I want to try out one of my new toys.
Okay.
So I'm going to, for real this time, do Ray of Enfeeblement
Alright.
on the Basilisk.
That's a save of some sort.
That is a save. He has a DC 14 for the spell, and so
Constitution.
23 to hit.
23 hits. He fails
and
the
then-
save.
And then I believe the save is at the end. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Yeah, so on a hit, the target deals only half damage with weapon attacks. They use strength until the spell ends.
Alright.
At the end of each of the target's turns, it can make a con saving throw against the spell, so a DC 14, and on a success, the spell ends.
Okay. Cool.
No.
So he is now enfeebled.
Like he kind of like stumbles on his legs a little bit, like he's having trouble holding his massive bulk up. Ardent
And
Lyra. Oh no.
I
Go.
avert my gaze as a free action.
Okay. I'm averting our eyes, O Lord.
Okay, for my action, I'm going to tap Kaylin on the shoulders, or on the shoulder, and use Healing Hands. You get 3 hit points back. And then I'm going to walk over here, and right next to it, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Dun 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 dun.
Right there. My spiritual weapon takes the form of a gauntlet with a eye emblazoned on the back of it, and it's just gonna punch the basilisk in the face.
Okie dokie.
It does not punch the basilisk in the face.
No, it does not.
It tries.
It tries.
It tries real hard.
It connects, but then it goes, oh, cold.
the spiritual weapon actually. I don't
Yeah,
like that.
it's like,
The eternal voice of Helm goes, oh, that's a little chilly.
this my gauntlet is very cold. Alright. The ice basilisk is going to attempt to hit Kaylin again, pressing its attack. That will hit. Oh.
I did not mean to click that because that doesn't make it high enough to even matter. So
Right.
that was me going to read how much it gave me, not clicking the spell.
That's
So my
cool.
bad.
That's cool. It does 3 piercing and 5 poison damage, since it is enfeebled.
Okay. So 8. Yay.
And it's just kind of, it's like it's staring you down. You can see in its eyes that there's just hunger. Like it is pegged you as its next meal.
Fair.
It seems that it thinks the small half orc will make a good snack. Fog.
I'm gonna take another shot at it. Again, it already has Hunter's Mark on it, so...
Yes.
19, ooh, finally.
That will hit. So
So
9,
15 damage.
10, Some days I can do math, other days I can't.
I know
Caitlin.
that feeling.
Yeah. Alright, Caitlin, you are up.
Okay. I am feeling very not nice, so I'm going to action surge to attack twice.
Okie dokie.
Nope. And
You're still getting used to the Buster Sword as you kind of swing over and over, like kind of to its side, and it's just kind of moving its head.
my attacks are +7 and I got 9s.
Ouch.
Nice.
Yikes.
Great. Then I'm gonna use my bonus action to second wind to roll my d10 and try to get some hit points back.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, 10 hit points. Alrighty, I'll take it. And that's my turn.
Alright. Koraman.
Alright, seeing that this guy is icy, I'm going to firebolt him.
I minimize the window.
Yeah, 25,
Yep.
4 points of damage.
Alrighty. He looks really, really bad. But it's still just kind of staying. Like there's like his outer skin is kind of melting. And there's like steam coming from where you hit him with the firebolt. Ardent.
Alright, I'm gonna move back behind Kaylin again. Cast Cure Wounds. First level. Get 9 HP back. I'm gonna run back over here and then bonus action try to hit him with Spiritual Weapon again. There we go.
That will do it.
12. Force
So
damage.
the mighty hand of Helm smacks it, just like clocks it right in the jaw, and its head kind of goes spinning around. You hear kind of a snap, and then it just falls to the ground.
Nice.
Well done.
Vicious. I'm gonna step into the room, make sure there's nothing, or I'm gonna look around the corner at least, make sure there's nothing else
Alright.
in there.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okie dokie. Perception.
Alright. All around, you know.
Our familiar faces.
Oh, great. Now I got that stuck in my head. Thank you. It's a mad world out there, man.
Yeah.
And you see treasure kind of spread out in this room, and you see a couple of dead goblins and a few dead people, or at least parts and chunks of them
Yeah.
from where they've been eaten. And you find treasure. 1,200 copper pieces, 134 silver, 16 gold, 6 small pearls, and a small golden horn. Spread throughout this room.
Yeah, I think we'll take some time to collect all that and divvy it up later.
You have now cleared yourselves a fortress. How would you like to proceed?
Well, that seems to conclude this little adventure. I say we take the people back to town, and do you want to decide now what we do with this place? I think it would be a good bastion for the civilians in time to come.
Agreed.
Really?
But
You-
who do we say is in charge?
Hello, is anyone still out
Oh, the
there?
old guy!
Yeah. Yes, Piotr, we're still here. We're
Oh, good. I didn't hear anything for a few minutes. I got worried. I remembered the time I was with some other young people and they wandered away from me. It was
I can't
very
imagine why.
sad.
Yes.
I mean, I guess theoretically, for now, we could say that the four of us are in charge until we establish some sort of order.
That would make sense. You have taken the fort. I met a man in my travels once who used to build castles for nobles, and he retired to this valley. I know not if he is still alive or not, though. But if
Yes,
you
what was his name?
His name was Baron Kovilian. He was a master craftsman at the art of building strongholds.
Matt Kovelian?
Baron Kovilian.
Oh, Baron Kovelian. I like that. It's pretty on the nose, but I like it.
I've never been anything but on the nose.
Right. Well,
Right.
I mean, I know I would suggest Steel Hand, but I also have all of this armor that I would like to get to see if I could have it fit me, because yeah.
We will head back to town, handle any particular situations that arise there, and then we will decide what to do.
That sounds like a good idea.
All right, Piotr. Let's get you there.
Do you have a cart? I'd like to ride in the cart.
I'm gonna put a little like a extra blanket on him.
Oh, good. These old bones were quite chilled.
Okay. Which one of us do you think is the strongest?
Is that like a challenge, or are you asking
it's
genuinely?
a legitimate question.
Not I.
Definitely not.
Probably myself.
Fantastic. I take Piotr and I put him piggyback on you.
Oh, I have all of that. I have my great sword and my
Yep.
mace and all
Yeah,
that half plate.
It's not gonna be comfortable, but he's up there.
He doesn't weigh a whole lot. He's a lightly malnourished older gentleman. I've never ridden an orc before.
Not only half.
This should be interesting.
Great.
I can take a turn later if you want.
Why didn't you start?
I did once ride an Asimov. It was fascinating.
Oh dear lord.
All right, let's just get going to the town, I guess.
So I have
Alright.
wax I can put in my ears. Don't walk home.
You can tune him out. He drones on and on. Like you're kind of droning out the stories, And you realize that they're definitely not in chronological order, but you're kind of piecing the timeline of his life together. And he tells them in these weird kind of circular patterns where he'll start in the middle and then he'll backtrack and then he'll go to the front and then he'll remember the part of the story he was actually telling you. And it's quite a confusing jumble.
Amazing.
Nice.
But by the end of the day, you are able to make it back to Tummer's Crossing. And hey, look, there's a little token. And you kind of walk back into town, and you see people continuing to still mill about, looking poor. The little kid runs up to you. Hi, heroes! Oh, there are different ones now. Where's the knifey one?
Yes. Well, he had other business to attend to elsewhere, young one. May I introduce you to our new friends, Ardent Lyra and Fog on Water.
Hello, young man.
Hi! You're big. You're a cat.
Thank you, yes.
It sounds like just meow.
Oh, I had a cat, but he got lost in the flood. But I've been working on my knife tricks, and he's got like stick, and he's trying to throw it, and he's doing a real bad job of like juggling these two sticks. But I'm working on it. And then he kind of runs back into the crowd.
This kid is my favorite NPC, and I hope he lives a long and happy life.
What is wrong with children here? At least not right.
They're having some fun.
Tragedy brings out weird things in people. Some people play, some people go into hysterics.
I mean, it's a kid. They only know so much of what's going on. So if you recall, you were offered, you had 3 people who offered you jobs involving Fort Frostfell. You had the town, the leader of the town council, Bajalan, who offered you 200 gold to bring you the head of the leader of the fort. And if you paraded the heads around town and said it was his idea, he'd throw in an extra 50 gold. Then there was Malaga Terowin, who was the who ran the tavern and is also running for town council, and she's looking for food and lodging for all these refugees. And then there was Hubert Greyborn, who was the commander of the knights, and he was offering you 5 gold pieces per set of goblin ears. And then,
which disappeared with Fool's body.
And then 20 gold for any human conspiring heads.
Can we leave that behind?
You might
What?
have. I
I
mean,
was
we
about
can
to say,
we can
yeah, but
say,
say, can we just say that we took those? Because we
yes,
knew?
we
Okay,
can.
great. Super.
Thanks for asking. Yes, we can say you brought the heads along.
Fantastic.
I
Also on Kaelin's back.
right. I haven't been to Timir's Crossing in many years. It's differently looking, bigger, more sad people.
I like to think that Lyra never actually took him, like, for the entire trip.
Definitely not.
We should go see, maybe, I don't know, somewhere I can sit down, probably.
You've been doing nothing but sitting on me.
But I've got quite a crick in my arms. I've been holding on quite tightly.
Ugh.
It's
You
very
just drop him in
tiring.
the
It's
mud.
cold.
I'm not gonna drop him in the mud. He's an old man.
All right. Is there an? I look at Kaelin and Corman. Is there an inn here?
Yes, there is. We went to one earlier. We actually have a stop there to let the owner know that we may have found a place for some of the refugees. This way, please. And I lead everyone to the inn.
Good, good. As you head into the inn, it's still packed full of refugees, and it's got that just stink of overpacking and kind of sad, worn out people. You know, worn out faces, worn out places. Um,
I'm glad I got that song stuck in your head.
all right, and
I
then
think Bob's gonna start sneezing.
This is the weary traveler, correct?
yes, the weary
Yeah.
traveler.
Yes.
Malaga Terowin walks up to you. Did you did you find any of the provisions that had been stolen? How did it go? Where? I sense things did not go terribly well. What interesting new people. Good to meet you. I'm Malaga. And she kind of holds her hand out to Fog and Lyra.
Lyra will shake it.
I'll shake it delicately.
I'm gonna put the old guy down the first chance I get.
Just toss him in a corner somewhere.
There's plenty of people for you to talk to over here.
Malaga, it's good to see you. I've not seen you in years. Do you remember the last time we were here? Yes, Pietro, I remember. Go sit over there and I'll have someone bring you a bowl of stew. Oh, thank you. And he kind of starts to meander away.
You handle him well.
He was a regular at one point. He's been around a lot. I kind of thought he was gone, but he does always turn up again.
It appears he was kidnapped by the people who were holed up in the fort. They were using him as a researcher or translator potentially.
He does know a lot of old languages. He will talk about them occasionally, incessantly. I caught him once having a conversation with himself, I guess, in an old form of Elvish, he said it was.
Interesting.
He's an interesting old codger, I have to say. You run into them out here in the wilds. It's probably an adventurer once, you know. Once upon a morrow. But
Took an arrow to the knee.
no. But he definitely took a few blows to the head. But did you find any supplies while you were out there? If I could just feed these people and we could figure out how to get them to vote, I could take Bajalin out.
I look at Kaylin and Corman because I have no idea what she's talking about.
Yeah, I honestly I can't even remember what provision she wanted us to find.
She wanted tents.
The tents? Okay, yeah. Or potentially some place else for everyone to go, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And she was looking for tents and provision-y things to deal with her refugee problem.
Would you mind letting us speak amongst the four of us real quickly? We'll come find you when we're ready to talk more. Okay.
Okay. She kind of gives you side eye and then walks away to deal with some other people who are.
I'm gonna turn and look at the three of you. Are we going to immediately offer up the place as a place of refuge? I think it's the right course of action, but you two in particular know more about the dynamics of this place than I do.
Not to her. I don't think.
Okay.
I think we should keep it. We were in prison there. My entire caravan is gone, and I was stuck there for weeks. I don't think anybody should get it except for us. We should be the only one that profits from places like that. We cleared it out. We lost blood. Those two lost friends.
I don't think we necessarily need to make any profit off of it. These people are in need, and it would be only right to help them. But I do not want to get involved in petty political squabblings if we can sort out the issue ourselves.
Yeah, no politics.
And unfortunately, the politics run strong in this town. She mentioned, what was his name? Bajalin. I think.
Yeah, the John.
They are in competition for a seat. Was it a seat on the council? Sorry, memory's failing me.
She's running. They're all running to kind of get seats on the council and then to unseat him as the leader of the council.
Right. And yes, it is a delicate situation. I do not see us managing the fort ourselves, though.
Well, no.
It may be something that we hand off to the right person here, or even to the town itself in general, for them to have it as an extension of the town. But I think that's a decision that we're going to have to make with the council and with Miss Terwin here, and see what the best is for everyone.
Yes. To clarify, are you saying we should hand over control or management of the fort? Because as far as I can tell, from what little you've told me, or from what you've told me, the minute the control of the fort is put on the plate in front of these people, they will immediately use it as a ridiculous bargaining chip in their nonsense game.
Mm-hmm.
I have to agree. We do have signs of our victory. We can lay claim to it, I'm sure, knowing that we went through and cleared it out. And we may be able to even get some initial guards under our pay to help make sure that it stays that way. Have them work together with some in the town to be able to manage it. But yes, control may be smart to keep for our own.
Do we have the coin for that?
We've collected quite a bit. I can only imagine there will be more coin to be made in the future.
Yes, and we have several things to turn in ourselves, to Jalen being one of them. That we may be able to keep at least a small contingent of guards, paid and fed for a time while we continue to go adventure. There's many other things that I'd like to see in the area. I have many things to learn and many things to investigate for my own purposes.
Yes, I do not like the sound of this Relecki and his infernal necromancy and his ziggurat. That needs to be stopped.
As you are conversating, a woman runs up to you. Corman! Oh, I'm so glad to see that you're alive! And she runs up and she hugs you.
Mm-hmm.
And you recognize your sister, Miranda.
Aw.
Oh, Miranda, how? I don't understand. I haven't seen you in so long.
We thought you lost when you just wandered away, but time moved on as it does, and then the comet came, and the town it was destroyed. And I see you found friends.
Yes, I had to be able to survive and get here. Mother, father, are they here? Are they well? Are they alive?
Oh, you have taken a hit on the head. Mother's been dead for years, you remember. She gave you the amulet.
Yes, of course. Gosh.
And Father, I lost track of him in the melt, and then all that was left, I was sent to town to maybe find some people. So you remember my friend Kala? We got married a few years back, and her and her mother are priests, and they're watching over this infernal crypt. They say they have to put these spells on it every day, and they won't leave, and I'm afraid they're going to die there.
Where exactly is this?
It's outside of Sweetwater. Yes, outside of Sweetwater. It was under the temple to Lythander. I know I didn't know about it either until the floods washed away most of the town's buildings, leaving only foundations. I'm in a dreadful panic that they're gonna die out there trying to hold some kind of strange ritual that they won't explain to me, but I went to find help because I couldn't just die there casting things. I don't know what's going on.
Well, we can definitely look into it. We have a few things here to take care of in town. Where are you staying here?
I used the last of my coin to get a room overnight at the inn. I fear I'm just gonna have to sleep on the floor tonight.
No, definitely not. And I take some coin out to be able to give her. I don't know, what do we got here? Rooms, 5 silver. Yeah, I give her at least a couple of weeks of room and some extra coin for board to make sure she's fed as much as she can.
Oh, thank you, Corman. Please save them. I don't know if I could afford to lose anyone else.
Yes, of course, dear. And I give her a big hug again, still not being able to believe the sight in front of me. And we'll be in touch.
Okay, thank you so much. And she runs back towards the inn.
Bye.
Sorry, that was my that was my sister. I'm just I apologize for not introducing. I was just shocked. I thought her and all my family dead. And wow, and I go and sit down on a bar stool, and because like the last, however many, weeks since the event, I've just been focusing on the fact that they're not here anymore.
Right.
Rejoice, friend.
Yes.
Family is a precious thing, and we will certainly take care of yours in the course of our actions.
I appreciate it. We'll have to go check out this crypt at some point once we take care of our duties here.
Yes. I think the plan of action is thus. We deliver these goods or trophies to whoever you feel is the right person to. We call a meeting of the various leaders. We establish ourselves as a tertiary group, with a place for refugees to take refuge. But we would need to hire out some guards and cooks, people to make food and stuff like that. Any
Agreed.
objections?
I don't think we should involve anyone else until we lay claim to what we've done.
Yes, exactly. In the course of this meeting, we would be establishing ourselves by.
Or we could just walk outside and announce it in the town square.
That is not a bad idea either.
What would you like to do?
I think that's a good idea. I think I'll walk out to the closest thing to a square where there's a lot of people milling about.
Okay. So you can kind of like right here-ish.
I'll find like a box or a crate or something.
There's an old gallows in the middle of the square here. It seems to be the highest point.
Yep. I will drag everyone up onto it. And did we take the dragon head? I think that probably would have been a good idea.
Sure, we can say you took the dragon's
You
head.
skinned it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, you skinned it.
Well, she's probably skinned the body. You usually don't skin a face.
Unless you're Arya.
Well, I will plop the dragon
Careful.
head,
Yeah.
dragon head down in front of us,
Alright.
and sort of shout out, "People of Tamar's Crossing, we are 4 adventurers. We've heard your plight. We've lived your plight. We have recently come from the Fort Frostfell or whatever it was.
Yes.
In solidarity and friendship We have cleared that place of the monstrous infection that lived there, as evidenced by this vile creature's head that lays before me. We offer safety. We offer a place to take refuge. We cannot take everyone, of course, but we will be able to take some. If you want to, if you would like to come and take your chances with us, we will be heading back there in, and I look back, 2 days time. 2 days. Anyone who wishes to cast your lot with us, meet us by the whatever entrance we, or whatever direction the town is.
So people they're kind of milling about. They're looking all like, this the head of this dragon that you've put on the gallows here. Because as soon as you hung it, it went out into general chat that someone had killed the dragon, and they're like, oh yeah, we should go there. And as you see Bajalin kind of walk out. So you cleared the fort, did you? Claiming it as your own, are you?
Yes, we cleared it.
Getting rid of some of these blast-damned refugees you are, aren't you?
Well, no, we're offering them a place to stay.
That gets them out of my town, so you're getting rid of them.
Is that a problem?
No, it's great. I hate these people. They can't vote. They eat our food. Go ahead.
Yeah, shit.
You're a trash human, aren't you?
He seems really happy that you are offering these refugees a place to go that is not his town. Damn people, they just keep eating our food, and they're in our town, and they smell, and there's crime. I say good riddance to the lot of them, and if you want to mess with them, so be it.
I'm going to hop down off the gallows and stand right in front of him. I assume I'm fairly tall over him.
Yeah, he's not the tallest of men.
Your name was Bajalin, correct?
It is, and who are you? I remember those two, but there was a...
I'm going to cut him off. My name is Ardent Lyra. I am a member of the Watchers of the Week. You are a sorry excuse
This week?
for a leader.
Or next
Step back, go back to your hut, and leave us alone. Do not interfere with anything we are doing, and you won't have any reason to hear from me again.
He turns to Kaylin and Corman. I think I liked your other friends better. As you cleared the fort, and a deal's a deal, and he throws you a pouch of coins. And if you get these refugees out of my city, you'll have a friend in Bajalin. Shore up my position. I can say that I got rid of the refugees. I'll win again.
Excuse me. No, we are giving them a home.
We are giving them a choice.
And you had nothing to do with this.
I'm gonna throw his money back at him.
Yeah. And I'll call out to the crowd again. Note, all of you, Bajalin has nothing to do with this. We are giving you the choice to come with us. It will not be easy. You will have to do your fair share if you come with us. We do ask for at least a few strong people who, at the very least, know how to use a blade in defense, because we know not what will happen while we're there. If anyone knows a trade, cooking, blacksmithing, carpentry, that is also valued. Anyone who applies a trade or acts as a guard, we can offer coin. Not much yet, but more in the future.
Yes, because they throw the coin, they get away, but whatever.
I glare. I like loom over him and just glare at him. Leave.
This is my town. But
as he's talking to as he's talking to the crowd, I'm going to grab a little bit of phosphorus out of my pouch and take some dancing lights and just kind of put them behind Ardent Lyre's head and back, just so he gets this glow about him.
Oh, I'm gonna do one better. I'm going to activate my my radiant soul.
Okay, that
ability.
works too.
I will literally start shining. Glimmering eyes, 2 incorporeal wings of bright white light just shoot out
Nice.
from my back. I said leave.
I sneak off while all this light show is going on.
Alright. I'm going. Adventures. Help people. And he kind of mutters and goes back into his filthy hut.
And I'll address the crowd once more. We cannot necessarily address promise safety. This is a riotous time. This is an unsure time, but we offer you the choice. And I will drop my wings and glimmering eyes and step back to my compatriots.
Excellent.
I think that went well.
You said you were sneaking off?
Yeah, I was gonna try to make a run for it while everyone was distracted by the blinding light show.
Ah.
Gonna
Good.
head towards Steelcrest's part of the camp.
Yes, you may. You're able to easily get away during all of this commotion. And a few minutes later, you end up at the Steelcrest camp, and no one from there seems to have gone to the center of town. They're all kind of still in their rigid formations and looking very regimented and military. And they've been building a bit more. Looks like they've been very busy the last couple days that you guys were gone. One of them salutes. Welcome back, Guardsman. Do you have anything to report?
Yes. Fort Frostfeld is ours. And they will probably not ask you because they don't seem very military minded or logical or law abiding for the most part. But I think if you volunteered your services, that you would be able to probably gain traction in the fort.
That sounds like an excellent idea. I just sent out a couple of men on a recon mission in the opposite direction. Captain from Safe Harbor showed up here the other day, so I gave her command of a small group, and they're going to see if they can't survey the town. I sense you,
Did she happen to give her name?
Captain Harlot?
Okay. I don't know that she's trustworthy.
What makes
I don't
you
know.
think she is an officer? She's a commissioner?
Well, yes, no, I understand that, and normally I would, assume the best, but we ran into her into the fort, and she abandoned us, sort of. I mean, we left her in a room, but she told us to leave her in the room, so obviously I'm going to leave her in the room. But then when we came back, she was gone.
Well, she's an officer, and that's her prerogative. But I'm sure she was a captive or something that just seems... that doesn't track, Guardsman.
Well, no, it doesn't, which is why I'm bringing it up.
Well, I shall investigate further, but you keep this between the two of us. We don't need it
Okay.
getting out that there could be dissent in the officer corps.
Right. Yes, sir.
Good. Carry on. If you secure this fortress, I shall send a detachment your way.
Thank you, sir. And then I'm going to head back to the group.
What do you
Alrighty.
guys think we did while she was off doing?
You harassed Bajalin.
Nah, he went off. He ran away.
I'd say we started heading towards Steelcrest because we had things to turn in for him.
True. Yeah.
So
How far away are we when you show back up? What do you think?
Well, I had planned on pretending to say I was looking for an armory or a blacksmith to try to work on my half plate.
So you're probably like in between the two places when you run back into her.
As we've been going over, I've been playing my flute just to entertain kids. Or tin whistle.
Kaylin, where did you run off to?
Here?
Here, this random patch
No,
of.
I don't really do politics, and it was getting rather heated, so I need to get this armor fixed so that I can wear it, because obviously, based on the last couple of days, I need more than my chain shirt. But
insight check.
All right, insight versus deception. Go ahead.
oh no.
I mean, she's telling the truth. She does need to find a blacksmith to work on the armor. Her chain is looking quite ragged. As you are having this conversation in the street, a middle-aged woman with bright blonde hair and brown eyes walks up. Says, "Good evening. I saw your demonstration in the street, and anyone who can make a fool of Bajalin like that is a friend of mine. My name is Kendra Tormaline. I'm a council member here in Tummer's Crossing, and I wanted to say that was excellent what you did. Anyone who can rile up Bajalin like that deserves a congratulations."
Well, I appreciate the thought. My intent was not to rile up this Bajalin. He seemed to be very rude to the plight of these people.
He is a miserable man, and he does not care for these people. They're starving, and I've been trying to just find any provisions or foods to bring to them. Did you find anything in this fort that you're offering out to these poor, beleaguered souls?
We did not find much. It was besotten with goblins and other creatures. Whatever potential provisions seemed to have been stripped bare.
That is a shame. I was hoping that this would be a provisioned refuge. We still need. It's still our best hope. If you're looking for someone savvy to run the place, I'd like to put my hat in the ring, since it seems this town has gone quite to shit. No, but I know people. I manage things.
I appreciate the thought, but we need people who can do things. If you want to stay there, you're going to have to do more than just manage, because this is not going to be an easy place.
Well, you always need someone who understands the delicate politics of the region.
This is not going to be a place of politics. This is going to be a place of refuge.
Oh, my dear child, everywhere is a place of politics eventually. But I do...
She may not want to come to where we are going to let people stay.
But if you're building a fort, I do recommend you find Baron Kovelian. He retired.
Yes, we're already familiar.
Okay, good. He's a smart man. He knows how to build a fortress, and I'm friends with him from way back, and I could put in a good word.
Where did you last see him?
He was at his cabin. It was maybe 6-7 weeks ago before the comet, and I been caught up in election nonsense, and no one has seen him since. But I'm sure he survived. He's a survivor.
What direction is this cabin?
It's to the northwest. I can mark it for you on your map.
Yes, please.
She marks it on your map. If you do find that you need a savvy political mind at your fortress, you can always trust me because well, Tamar's Crossing might be a lost hope with the stranglehold that Bajalin has on it, but we can make a better tomorrow. And then she kind of
Sort of like blankly looking at her.
I look at Lyra with the look in my eyes of, can you roll an insight check, please?
Yeah, sure. I'll roll an insight check. Fuck! That's 2 9s for insight in a row.
That's mighty right there.
I have a +6 to insight. So I rolled
That's
2
horrible.
3s.
That's horrible.
She seems on the level about wanting to make a better tomorrow for the valley, and believing that she can't accomplish that here in Tamar's Crossing.
Well, if we need your services, we will definitely call on you.
Good, excellent. And she kind of has a kind of a shifty look as she heads back into the town.
What is wrong with people here?
I know. I do not like politics.
This politics is always bad for peasants. I don't know why I'm doing an accent. Jesus Christ.
She's a Barovian cat. Is fine. I have yet to do Russian here, and
It's been a long day.
I know the feel.
Where do you think we should go next? We were heading to the...
Yes, we need to turn in our goblin ears and evidence of the human helpers. Do we have any of that? To Steelcrest to get our coin.
Well, if y'all were taking examples of human helpers, there was that one dude I American History axed.
Right.
You know, there's
That's
still
true.
some head.
It's
You find a way to take some evidence.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
Great.
a little squish.
but you know, as you're moving through the town towards Steelcrest, there's people putting up like flyers and banners and election stuff. It's getting real like late October here, and
It's fucking ridiculous. Banners. Holy shit.
in Tamar's Crossing. We are on session 5. So then, as you get to Steelcrest, welcome back, guardsmen. I see you brought your friends this time.
Back?
Back.
Were you here? I thought
We
you
were
said...
we were all here before.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not
And
not the
I-
two of you.
Yes, and I was there with you before.
All right, now I'm gonna insight check.
And I'll do it too because I'm suspicious as hell.
Motherfucker!
13. All right, deception. Come on.
Oh no.
Okay, finally.
All right. So you guys detect that she's not 100% here on the level with you. Yeah, it's you came and talked to the captain, and then you left, and now you're back with new
We're gonna-
people. You
I'm
can
gonna
go on in.
stare at
Guardsman.
Keelan.
Yes, of course, Guardsman. I appreciate you clarifying that. I'll look over at Kaylin and give her the "we're going to talk later"
Oh no.
with the raised eyebrow and everything. And
I'm not meeting anyone's eyes. I am squared away and I'm ready to move forward.
we'll walk in and go to Steelcrest.
All right, so you've returned. Well, some of you have returned. I don't know how to recognize these people. I'm Commander Hubert Grayburn. Good to meet you all. Do you bring me some ears, some heads?
I thought it was Steelcrest that we were.
That's the faction.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yes, we did, and we'll grab the pack from Kalen's back and hand him what we have. We were able to clear the goblins, find many of them. We also found a human helper.
Oh, and I'm gonna drop the dragon skull right on his desk.
Wow,
Oh, and also that.
that's quite a trophy. A deal is a deal. I didn't offer you anything for the dragon, but I'll treat it like the other leadery kind of people, you know. So let's see. How many goblin ears is this? He starts pulling little ears out of the bag. Looks like I see about that's what, six pair. That should 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 20, 20, 20. So that's 60, 90 gold coins. And he slides these little stacks of 10 forward, kind of like Scrooge McDuck.
I appreciate it.
Soldier always keeps his promises. Soldiers who are fed and paid are loyal soldiers. And not as loyal as real loyal soldiers, but they fight and they do their jobs.
Of course, yes. Is there anything else that we can do for you here?
I heard there was rumor that you had a fortress that you had acquired. You had acquired this Frostfell. You were turning it into some kind of refuge point, and you needed strong arms.
Was there arcane magic behind how quickly these rumors traveled? We were just in the town square.
I was talking to the guardsman here. I assumed you sent her ahead as a forward patrol to, while you were engaged in your political bantering.
We in fact had not, and nothing that we were doing was political. We in fact mean to keep everything completely apolitical.
I'm gonna level with you. Nothing is apolitical, especially in Tamar's Crossing. You interacted with Bajalan, which is politics.
I see the logic in what you're saying. The way we intend to run this fort is that
We haven't actually discussed that.
I'm gonna glare at you.
Yeah, we did the quick and turn to you like, ah.
There is no leadership in Tamar's Crossing that is going to have any influence on the decisions of the fort. The people who are going to live there, who are going to stay there, are going to work. They are going to help rebuild, and they are going to. It will not be a comfortable lifestyle by any means, but it will be safe.
Comfort is overrated anyway.
This is not a place of political games that we are offering. In fact, if it was up to me, none of the politicians would come at all.
Well, if
Now-
it's your fort, you don't have to let them in. And
No.
I recommend you run it efficiently, militarily, and you clamp down.
Well, we certainly have a master of the rules right here, and I look at Kalen, again with a bit of a glare. So I don't think that will be a problem.
This
Now-
one's a good egg here, this guard.
You said something that piqued my interest. Money secures loyalty.
Usually. At the very least, it secures obedience.
Are you offering some of your men for coin? Is that what I'm picking up?
I can offer you a squad of 5 of my okay rangers. We can determine a price later. Probably just if you keep them fed and sheltered. And 10 silver a day, they should guard and fight and loot the dead that they kill, you know, soldierly things. They're loyal to me, but they can work for you.
Now, would that be something we could get in writing?
Of course.
Verbal contracts are nice, but I find that things never work out quite as simply as they do in the conversation.
Well, when you secure this location, you send me documents and contracts. We will notarize and sign and all of that nonsense. I have a man in town who I know who does some notary things, but he still has to re-get his stamps from the town council. So, issues. But for right now, if you head out and you talk to Sergeant Black Goose, he will take him and his men with you.
I do want to make it known that when I mean we do not want any political nonsense at this fort, that it is truly a place of refuge. That means no political nonsense. And I know that you are a man of order, a man of principle, but even men of order and principle desire status.
I'm not interested in this town, and once this crisis is over and we've thinned out this goblin horde, I intend to retake our stronghold.
Insight check.
Sure.
50.
He seems truthful.
Okay.
He has status and power. He is a commander of a company.
Okay. Just as long as we are both on the same page there, I don't think we will have any issues going forward.
You seem like a woman of honor as well.
I am just here to help people. And the last thing I want is petty political squabbling, taking away from what really matters, protecting the innocents.
Very good. Very good. Then we're on the same page. Go talk
I
to
have
Sergeant.
one final question before we leave.
Yes, sir.
The sergeant, he is to answer to us for any situations in the fort itself, correct?
Correct. Correct. As long as he is at your location, your establishment, he is under your command.
Very well.
But if we are attacked
Do
or
another glance over at Kalen.
I bid you farewell. And he salutes. And he kind of returns.
I'll hold my hand out to shake it.
He shakes your hand, and then he returns to the paperwork that he's been doing. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna, briskly turn on my foot and walk out. Not even looking at Kaylin at this point.
Everything turned out great.
I'm gonna step out, walk to the nearest soldier, and I'm looking for Sergeant Black Goose.
Well, howdy, I'm Sergeant Black Goose.
Oh no! Oh no! I hate it so much.
He's his most okayest ranger.
No.
What can I do for you?
Partner.
We have been informed by Captain Greyburn that you and your men will be coming with us to the Fort Frostfell.
Well, golly gee, that sounds like quite an interesting ranging. I'll go and get him ready right now.
How many men? Is there?
5 including myself. Little ranging recon group.
Let me, before you go, let me explain the provisions.
Alright.
We will be paying you 10 silver a day.
Sounds fair.
You are welcome to anything you kill, in terms of, loot, stuff like that.
Standard kill it and keep it contract. Yeah, yeah.
Though we do...
Really quick, would Kaylin know whether or not 10 silver a day is overpaying these people? Because she
Yeah,
gets,
that's the gold.
yeah, she gets paid. You know, she got
Oh.
paid to do her job.
Yeah, scratch that I said that bit. How much did Greyburn say?
I think he said 10 because I forgot
did.
that it's a base 10 system.
Yeah, he did say 10 silver.
They look like they're well put together mercenaries, more than just like city guard.
He did say it was some of his meh.
I mean, I have 58 gold. That's basically 60
Ooh.
days.
Was it a gold a day for the whole group, or per person? He didn't specify.
Well, I mean, we do it. It's 10 for the unit, as long as you're feeding us. And there's drink involved.
The provisions are going to have to be handled on a day-to-day basis for the time being, but we will do our best to provide food as much as we can. We're hoping that we can get some people who know how to hunt in the group of people that come with us.
Well, then a bar stopping would probably be nice, but we can work that out later. I'll go and get the boys, and we'll meet you with this gaggle that you got heading out to this here fort.
Alrighty.
Oh no, it's Sergeant Black Goose and his gaggle.
Oh.
We will see you. We will see you there then.
All right, partner, you do good. And he moseys
no.
on.
Can we hear like a little spaghetti western as he walks away?
Then it's just like banjos. Alright. So now you have acquired soldiers. You have people. What would you like to do?
Avoid this conversation they want to have with me.
Oh no, I'm gonna walk us to like a secluded spot and immediately turn to Kaylin. Kaylin, what were you doing?
What do you mean?
You went and talked to them before us. Also, I cast Stone of Truth, so
Oh, yeah.
I like sort of clap my hands and like a little like
Yeah.
cone of like slightly brighter than normal air surrounds us.
You were all too busy talking to the political people about how you didn't want it to be political instead of going to the non-political people right away. So I just sort of cut the corner.
And then lied when you came back.
Well, no, I didn't want it to be like I was making decisions for everyone because I didn't tell them anything that the entire town didn't know, and I didn't tell them that they could have this position. I said that it would probably be available.
But you did do it without us.
She
There's
does a lot of things without us. When we're standing right next to her.
But yes, we are. But we are there in the room. We can interject if need be.
No, and she doesn't talk over us.
I didn't tell them anything that the town didn't already know. I just made sure that they knew it in a timely fashion.
Is it us or them? What are you doing next? Goddamn.
Just go into preferences and look for the accent toggle and just turn that off.
It's funny because you keep doing different ones too.
Yeah.
No,
So
the
it's
thing is,
like-
I don't do accents. Just keep switching. It's like,
You know what? You have
Well-
9 lives. You can have 9 accents.
Yeah, 9 to
Fog
cast. Yeah,
is multilingual.
Yeah, she has multiple personality disorder. No, is it us or them?
What do you mean?
Well, you seem particularly concerned with their involvement.
Yes, because we needed them.
I know, and it's likely that we would have offered offered to hire them at some point anyway. But
You're
you-
very big on not respecting rank and talking down to people, and that doesn't go over well with groups, companies like Steel Hand.
Was I anything but courteous to them?
To them, not to everybody.
That's fair. I disrespect people. I disrespect people who put their status over helping others. I was not familiar with this man, but I wanted to make
Don't
sure.
you insist that we use your title? Isn't that putting your status over other people?
My title is my position that I gained by helping people. It is to help people. And I do not use my status as anything other than to help people. When your friend, your captain, Harlot, implied that I was somehow in the wrong in that situation, she not only besmirched my honor, she besmirched the honor of my order that helps innocent people. Bajalin, this Kendra Tourmaline, they use their status to elevate themselves above those who need help. And I did not know this Hubert Greyburn, but I wanted to make sure that he understood where we were coming from, or at least where I was coming from. That I do not care for his status unless he uses it to help others.
And I know you think you've made a point, but I don't see it.
Oh, I'm enjoying this.
You listen, you can be the lowliest guard or the king of an entire kingdom, and I will treat you with respect if you treat those less fortunate with respect.
I don't feel like you've treated me with respect since we were in the fort. You've done nothing but talk down to me simply because I'm different from you.
Have I?
Yes. When we were dealing with the dead people.
I love Zone of Truth.
My beliefs are different from yours. I took what I thought was the right thing. I was trying to do the right thing. My people's views on death and their remains are different. And you told me off that I don't respect the dead when I simply removed the head from the body. I did it with respect. I didn't stomp on them. I didn't spit on them. I'm fuck.
I apologize if I was a little overzealous in my admonishments. I understand that there are cultural differences between people, but you also have to understand that the people you... I suppose this can be used against me as well, but the people whose graves you interacted with also do not share your customs.
They may not share yours either.
I know, and that's why I said it could likely be put back on me as well. That's why I deemed to leave them alone. Leaving them alone would be the best course of action in that regard. For all you know, removing the head could have angered the spirits. It didn't. And, obviously, there's something to be said for that, but I did not mean to offend you and your lifestyle, your religion, anything like that. I just thought it would be better to leave those people at rest in the manner they were left at rest.
Just remember, we are 4 equals.
I
I'm
know.
no below you. She's no below me. He's no below me. Nobody's above. Just remember that.
I am aware I have a bit of a forceful personality at times, and I completely expect any of you to stop me if I go too far, because I don't always know when that happens. But I want all 3 of you, at the very least, to understand that everything I do for the benefit of those around me. I have very little self-interest in these matters. I do not care about owning a fort but I deem that, at least from what I've met, from what I know of you three, that you three would be much better at running this place than likely anyone here.
We all have Zone of Truth on us, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think all three of you are quite pompous, if you ask me, but we do go well together.
I don't know how to do anything other than to follow rules and do what I'm told, mostly.
And as you guys are talking, Sergeant Black Goose walks back up and he's got his foreman. Well, how'd it go? I thought I wouldn't run into y'all until we were on the road, and here y'all are gabbing.
Okay, can
Is
I look
he
him
in the Zone
over?
of Truth
He
too?
is indeed.
Can I look him over? Does he seem like a put together person, or do I think that we are getting the dregs of the Steel Hand Company?
He actually looks relatively put together. He looks like he hasn't been properly resupplied in a little while, but what he has is taken care of.
Not as bad as I thought.
Sergeant Black Goose, how would
Yeah.
you say? How prepared would you say your men are? How fit for action?
Well, I had a Cletus over there got 10, he got 10 goblin ears?
I can't!
I mean, we're as ready as we ever gonna be. You want men who...
He has 10 goblin ears? Is that what you said?
Well, we were on another keep what you kill contract, you see, and
Yes.
you know he's taken a few blows to the head, so he strung him up, but it does show that he is proficient at the goblin killing. So no, we got what you need.
And you're all healed up from your last encounter.
That was like 2.5 weeks ago.
Oh, very well then.
We've been sitting here in camp waiting for something. I thought we were gonna get sent off with that captain who rolled in here from Safe Harbor, but then he sent the other folk with her. So
I'm gonna turn to Kaylin again.
How many of your people have been hit on the head?
just Cletus. He took
Just Cletus.
he took a mace. He had his nice helmet on, and then he kind of got thwacked by a guy on a horse. So he
Horse.
he getting back to right, but he know which way to point his sword, and he takes orders well. So
Well,
Very well.
we're glad to have you and your men here. And I'm gonna put 10 gold in his hand. We prepay for the first 10 days.
Well, shit. All right, we're on the good page, and he holds his hand out. I do like
Nice
people who
shaking.
pay in advance. All right, boys, let's move out. Let's go secure this place before too many civilian types get all over and we can't maintain order in a good perimeter.
Something you'll likely have to do. There are quite a few corpses in there. It would be a good thing to move them out of the port.
The ones in front of the gate might explode.
Noted.
Yes.
Do I have authorization to press a few of the civilians into a grave digging gang?
You can ask.
You can ask. If they are not willing, do not force anyone.
Got it. That kind of discipline. All right. Cool. Moving on. All right, let's do this. And he walks on out of the zone of truth.
Please never put Cletus on watch.
Oh gosh, I hate him. I hate him so much.
Look, I got two accents that I do.
Old man and southern.
I have Russian.
Oh, that's 3.
Well, old man's not really an accent. If I get
Oh.
drunk and I'm doing Russian, it's Irish.
Okay.
Oh,
So if we see you start just drinking a lot, we know you're prepping an Irish accent.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. So Cletus takes his 4 men, and they head off along with the kind of train that's heading towards Fort Frostfell. What would you guys like to do?
Should we go make sure everyone gets settled in, or what do you all think we should do?
What time of day is it?
It's about early evening.
I would like to try to find like the armory or the blacksmith to get that armor fitted for me.
You're able to find the blacksmith. There's one here in the military camp.
Okay.
You looking for something there, soldier?
Not soldier, but yes, this clunk was creepy, and now I need it to work for me.
Let's see. It looks like dwarf pattern armor. So, well, you ain't that big, so I think we can.
I'm not
Oh.
that small.
Well, I mean, you clearly have have the orc in you, so I expected a larger. I'm
The
sorry.
orc in ya.
I'm sorry. I speak before I think. I let my words and my. Sorry. We should be able to resize this for you. No problem. No problem. It's gonna take me about 3 or 4 days to get this here done. But other than that, I think we can take care of it.
What about a rush order for your insult?
I mean, you'd have to talk to the captain. He's got me making swords. And such.
Sards.
Swords. Dinosaurs. But and you know, it's a lot of. It takes. You know, if you want this to be good work, it's just gonna take a little time.
I do want good work.
Well, look.
Be able to deliver it to Fort Frostville?
I believe we can. We will be, I'm sure, sending people forwards and backwards and messengers and all that. So I'll have that up to you in let's say half a 10 day.
Which is 5 days.
Yes, it's indeed 5 days.
It's just easier to say it that way.
Look, where I come from, everything's a half something. So
Okay. Well, I'm a half orc, so.
see, half something.
And he's half-wit.
I resent that.
I'm not there.
I was gonna be like, we all have our talents.
But I'll take care of this. That is a fancy sword on your back, I have to say.
It is.
I ain't seen like that, but
Trying to see something really cool that I learned how to do.
alright.
I'm gonna take it. And is there a line where there's not any people?
Yeah, you can step away where there's clear
Okay.
space.
I'm gonna chuck it, like hand over hand, like a couple feet away. And then using my weapon bond, I'm gonna summon it back to me.
Nice.
Well, damn, that is impressive.
Right?
I'm in awe. We are going to get that armor for you so that you can go sword chucking.
Sorry. I don't feel like anyone else that I know right now would appreciate that.
Look,
So,
I've thrown many a sword, sometimes in anger, sometimes in combat, and they ain't never come back. And you know, walking to get things, it's such a pain.
If you love the sword enough, it'll come back.
So that is damn impressive. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I'm gonna get back to work here before the boss shows up.
right. No, sorry. Okay. And Kaylin will leave feeling a little bit better about all the failures she had in Fort Frostfield.
Alrighty. So you guys are. It's starting to get dark. So what would you guys like to do, kind of to wrap this up since it's almost 10?
I will just as a side note, I'll talk to Kaylin about the books that she got and the spells that she found, just to magic geek out together, and we'll compare notes.
I will. I'll spend the rest of the evening before bed down, going about to the various like places where injured people are, and like casting a heal spell here and there, doing what I can.
Okay. As you do that, you start to attract a small like following of people who are kind of in awe as you're healing people. And there's like whispers, and out of the corner of your eye, you see Bajalin kind of watching at one point.
I glare at him.
He kind of glares back at you.
Okay. That's all I wanted to do.
Excellent.
I think
Roll for glare skill contest. Here we go.
I think Fog would probably get clean because she's probably pretty gross at this point.
Oh, okay.
And then probably go somewhere public and just play her tin whistle to entertain people.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So as the night takes the town and you get clean, you play your tin whistle, you geek out magically, you have a staring contest with the evil town crier. Night falls and we will wrap there
Cool.
and continue to deal with putting your fort together next week.
Nice.
This is why Kayla never makes decisions on her own. Why she always follows orders, because she does something on her own and she gets yelled at.
Especially when she fails her deception check.
Ah.